This might be the most misunderstood Harley. Not your typical 900-pound glide, so a typical Harley rider or some girl with a complex for big bikes might hate this bike at first. But then you might be surprised to see what it can actually do.
The Breakout is unapologetically Harley, dripping in chrome. On paper, it's simple, a stretched out Milwaukee 8117 engine. But the spec sheet does not tell you why people obsess over this bike. This bike, I would say, is the perfect size for someone that just wants a chill Harley ride, or for a smaller rider like me. I'm 5'3", 0.75 inch tall, 110 pounds, but I love big bikes. I've got a Harley electric glide at home. I ride the biggest Harleys because I have a problem. But really, if you're my size or you're looking for a chill, easy Harley to ride around town, or even long distance without a long learning curve, something of this size is kind of perfect. It's a little bit bigger than the Sportster, a little lighter than the Heritage, definitely lighter than an electric glide or street or road glide. So with the Breakout's Milwaukee 8117 engine and under 700 pounds, 104 horsepower and 126 foot-pounds of torque, this thing is a torque monster.
This is the torquiest bike I have ever been on.
It has a huge 244 millimeter rear tire and the slim 21-inch front tire.
The tire combo, massive out back, skinny up front, it's more than style. It changes how the bike rides. The Breakout has all the lean angle you need for riding in a straight line.
So you've got that signature Breakout look. With the 26-inch rake, it's got a low stance. So my inseam to the floor is 31 inches, 29-inch Taylor seam, and I'm totally flat foot on this bike. It's got a digital riser display, a keyless ignition, all the goodies of a modern Harley. You can get it in billiard gray, black, centerline, and red, plus chrome finishes for that built-in Harley look. So Whitney rode this at Born Free when I was being a little bit lazy, so she's gonna show you all that part. Shout out to Killer Creek Harley for letting me come locally and show you all the bike. Now before we show Whit riding this and let you know what she thought about this, I know how, let's say, irritating life after a wreck can be. So I don't want you all getting on a wreck, especially on this beautiful bike. One of the most common causes of accidents is for failure to see the rider. So as much as possible, please try and be as visible as you can on the road, whether that's having a bright bike, wearing bright gear, having a bright helmet. Here's something you can add on your helmet is a brake-free light. It just clips on with this mounting bracket. You can put it across multiple different helmets. You can get it in white or black, and it's wire-free, works straight out of the box. Check this out. Flashes when you're stopping or slowing down. What's nice is, see on the back of the bike, your lights are down low, like pretty below headlights on a car would be. But when you're sitting on the bike, to have it more in the driver's line of vision. A couple of 20-something engineers were on Shark Tank and they designed this. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I wish I was that smart. I get asked about this from riders, car drivers, just people on the road, more than anything. So it definitely catches attention and it'll help you stand out a little more on the road to keep you and your brand new bike safe. I've got a discount code for you, Doodle10. Now, hello.
Follow you on YouTube, love it.
Thank you. To Whitney, riding this bike at Born Free.
Now, if you're an experienced rider, you can take one look at this bike and know it's not going to corner for you. It takes muscle to push through an intersection or a tight corner. Still, it's much easier to lean than the Fat Boy, and you'll hear about that in another video. Alright guys, hopping on the Harley-Davidson Breakout, and I'm on the Ortega Highway. It's a beautiful highway out here in Orange County. I'm immediately thrown off a little bit. You know, obviously I'm still acclimating, but this is a very, I would say, commanding clamshell kind of presence right now, which, you know, is a quintessential cruiser sort of stance. And the stance isn't helping you either, but I'll give Harley credit where credit is due. The scooped out seat cradled me like a baby, which I was grateful for with 126 foot-pounds of torque. Another thing I really enjoy is the seat. I feel perfectly cupped in this seat. This wasn't my first time on a big bike, but despite not having much Harley saddle time, it's manageable. With 2 herniated discs in my lumbar spine, I did feel it after about 30 minutes, some back pain, and my knees started to cramp up. As the roads get a little bit more twisty and a little bit curvy, I have no complaints. I have zero complaints besides the fact that my joints on my left side are kind of bumming me out, which is strange. I don't knowingly have a bad knee, but there is something about this riding position that's like a little bit straining. Once you're rolling, the Breakout serves up that stretched out drag strip attitude that Harley intended, the kind of presence its riders crave. This isn't about track modes or 6-axis IMUs, this is about torque. I mean, I'm just getting statement piece, right? This is honestly, as it should be, an old man magnet. Aren't they beautiful? Exactly. The Breakout does what it's built to do, turn heads and spark conversations. But don't mistake it for old school only. The 2025 Breakout packs new features: ride modes, drag torque slip control to prevent lockups, and cornering enhanced ABS and traction control. Plus TPMS for keeping that fat rear tire in check. It definitely feels a lot smoother in a big sweeper than I anticipated it to. Not a dedicated cruiser rider, but I'm honestly feeling this. It's a lot more confidence inspiring than I anticipated it to be. Okay, so as a total Harley noob, I thought this was pretty cool. This is the hold fast sissy bar, and it literally pops off in seconds. No tools, no fuss. Jen showed me how it clicks right into place, and suddenly the bike's got a sissy bar, a backrest, a place to put your luggage. Harley actually thought about the fact that sometimes you just want the clean look and sometimes you want comfort. I didn't even know stuff like this existed.
So who is this bike for? Someone who wants torque and custom aesthetics over performance and tech. Someone who wants presence at bike nights but also a comfortable long-haul cruiser. It's the bike for people who don't want to explain their motorcycle, they want it to announce itself.
So what do you think? Is the Breakout just chrome-drenched eye candy? Or is Harley onto something with this torque-first cruiser? Would you ride one?
Nobody buys a Harley for its cornering prowess. It's built for presence, torque, and that unmistakable Harley feeling. You buy it because every crack of the throttle, every glance at that stretched out silhouette hits you in the chest. Harley has always been more than a machine. It's counterculture, independence, rebellion. I'll admit, I didn't think I'd ever understand the Harley thing. But bikes like the Breakout remind me it's not just about riding. It's about belonging to that tradition of riders who chose torque, presence, and attitude over fitting into neat boxes. And every time I ride one, I morph a little more into that Harley rider I swore I wasn't.
Next, you'll see the video on the Fat Boy right over here.